So as we are just, coming off of the heels of speaking on Holly's good black man, I wanted to play this video and get you guys' thoughts on how this woman is feeling people should or women should treat their good black man.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are a black woman and you know you have a good black man at home, you need to do what it takes to keep that black man. Because let me tell you something, there are not a lot of available good black men out here that are still interested in dating black women. So let me just hit you with some facts. Naturally, there are just more women on this earth than men, okay? We are outnumbering them. So then there's a large percentage of those black men that are incarcerated. There's another percentage of those men that are just into men. It's just the world that we live in. There's another percentage of those men that are already taken and married, and a lot of them are not marrying the black women. So when you do come across a black man that is single and good and actually willing to date a black woman, how do you ensure that he is actually desiring you and wants to commit to you? Okay, here's another fact. The number of black men who are marrying outside of their race has drastically increased, which simply just means they are not picking us. And that is a big concern for me. So you got to ask yourself, what is it about you that makes us less desirable? That is what we have to figure out, because the men do desire to be in a relationship. They're getting married and they're outnumbering us in marriages. They're just not picking us. So it's time to really figure out, how can I be different? What do I need to switch up to really get what I truly desire from this black man? Let's talk about it in the comments.
No.
Two things. First of all, women do not outnumber men globally. They outnumber men in the US. Fucking Google it, for God's sakes, because y'all stay saying that shit and nobody ever puts it into Google to find out that, yes, there are more women in the United States, but in the world, there are more men. Okay? Not a large number, but there are more men than women in this world. So cut it the fuck out. Another thing, I'm mad that black men date out of the race because I thought I was the preference. I'm light-skinned and cute. I'm supposed to be the preference. I'm supposed to be good enough. Y'all supposed to be picking me. And no, I see y'all picking these white women. Girl, it is not 2005. We do not care. We do not care, girl. I ain't got to figure out shit. First of all, I got a husband. That's besides the point.
I ain't got to figure out shit. Say
that. Come on. Okay? All three of us. Because we don't have to figure out anything. Okay? And that's not to shade nobody. Because at the end of the day, like, if I didn't have a man, I still wouldn't need help figuring out how to get one, because all I gotta do is walk outside. The fuck wrong with you?
Right. You tell them. All you gotta do is what, buddy?
Walk outside.
Come on.
They're literally all over the place. They're all over the place. And you ain't even gotta be that cute. Please be dressed down in some fucking sweats at a gas station and watch these niggas. Hey, little redhead shorty, what's going on? Little mama, the fuck out of you. Stop it.
Yeah.
Please stop it. And her saying that dating outside of the race as far as black men are concerned has increased drastically. Well, if it's increased drastically, why don't you look at it for what it is, meaning it's not a lot of them available to these black women anyway, so they might as well also date outside of their race. Like,
okay, find you a white man, girl.
How do you
Asian
come?
man?
Like, are you just trolling, ma'am? What's going on?
Because the Indian men's, girl, the Indian men's and you know, some of them Middle Eastern, like, you know, Arab men and all of that, girl, they love black women. They be, you know, if they over here, not if they over there, but if they're here, listen, we they type of hype too. Please don't get it twisted.
It just really irritates me how she's telling women to do what they can, figure themselves out to appeal to a group of men that don't want them. If you do all of that work on yourself, I don't think you should limit yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't date them. My man black, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that you should just limit yourself. Like, girl, go out there and get what's best for you. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
don't fix yourself up for one race. Like,
highly insecure and obviously single. Because I swear it don't make no sense. Like Bonnie said, black women are not pressed about black men not dating black women. The thing that we get pressed about is when black women are being disrespected as a whole. That shit is ignorant. And I would even say at this point, when I hear people get online and disrespect black women at the total, I ignore the shit and keep on moving, because at this point I feel like they just do it to trigger a reaction. But yeah, it was just dumb. Date outside your race, or I don't know, do some self-work, or else you like, it's no reason for you to say, what are we doing to make them not want us?
Right.
Like,
You by yourself, homegirl.
What are you drinking? Yeah,
It's not
what
a
are you
group
drinking?
thing. It's not a group
It's
thing.
wild.
Definitely.
People really be exposing themselves on the internet. That's tragic.
You know it. That's one thing that people gonna do, child. We hate to see it. Is
Don't
there
even
anything?
realize they
Say what?
I said, don't even realize they doing it, girl. Just out here thinking that they saying a word, making themselves look goddamn fool.
Yikes. I feel like it's gonna be more of that later. Girl, because y'all been cutting up for the past week, people. But I want to go ahead and switch gears now. Is there anything else on this woman and the good black man? Great.